Hey there, YouTubers. Right, so in this video, going to talk about CPU compatibility as it relates to BIOS versions. And in particular, we're looking at the Asus TUF Gaming Z690 plus Wi-Fi D4. So what you're going to do is go to your search engine and type that out. Hit search, and then you'll see this link right here. Now, two places there's support on here, and here. We want this one, okay? This takes you to a totally different link. So, before we look at CPU supported, let's look at the BIOS updates. And that's under driver utility, BIOS firmware. We'll expand this. You want to read from the bottom, all right? So, this first BIOS update, 0213, this was the first release. This release will be compatible for almost all of the 12th gens. It will not be compatible for the i9-12900KS or 13th gen. If you have bought this within 6 months to a year of this date on here, there is the potential that you may need a BIOS update if you're looking at 13th gen. All right. Now, if that happens, you may have to buy a Celeron, a 12th gen Celeron, to get the BIOS update, and then come back and put your 13th gen CPU in. But let's look at all these BIOS updates: 0503, 0707, and what I'm doing is looking for CPUs in here that require a later BIOS update, and we should see that momentarily when we get to 1404. So with an i9-12900KS, you need this BIOS update. And if you're looking at 13th gen, you need 1601 up here. Okay, so these are the BIOS updates you need for all 12th gen except the i9-12900KS. Anything after or including 0213 is good. For an i9-12900KS, any BIOS update to include 1404 and later is good. And for 13th gen, any BIOS update 1601 or later. Now, could there be some oddball CPUs that come out? Yes, there could be. All right. That's why the next step is to come over here, CPU memory support, and you see on here specifically that this CPU validated since BIOS 1404. Now, when new CPUs populate this, you will see this filled in. All right. And so that's what you need to check for. If you have that BIOS, let's say you're already running this motherboard, you've got a CPU in it, you'll go to System Information and check your BIOS revision. And if it is latest, is it late enough BIOS that it supports, say there's an i9-12900KS or 13th gen, you won't have to support. However, if it's one of the early ones and you want to go to 13th gen, you will have to update the BIOS. That's going to do it, folks. I hope that helped. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.